同学们好，我是 Haynes 老师。Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Haynes, and today's tutorial is on the particle the, which gets used in complement sentences. Now we've already met another the, which is used for possession, but this one is different. There are actually three do's, and we're learning the second. So, what does the do in a sentence? What happens is the is placed after a verb or an adjective to form a complement. Now, a complement is to draw the sentence together. It doesn't mean a complement, although most of the time it will be a complement of a nice nature. But what it's actually doing is drawing the sentence together to make more sense. So in the example shown here, it says 他游泳得很快. He swims very fast. Now the 的 has to go before the adjective, and the verb 游泳 to swim is being used here. So the subject, the verb, the 的 particle, and then an adjective. Now you'll notice here that in English it says he swims fast. Now what usually happens is with adjective intensifiers, you'll see this word 很, and that means very. Now it doesn't necessarily translate to English as very fast, but usually they will put in an intensifier in front of an adjective to make it sound even better than it is. So you can read this as he swims very fast or he swims fast. They're sort of very much the same. So how does it work? So activity verbs, things you think of like 吃 to eat, 游泳 to swim, 写 to write, 说 to speak. Lots of activity verbs you may have come across can be modified by phrases which indicate the manner in which an activity is performed. So what is happening is the verb needs to be complemented by the to make sure that you understand how the verb is taking place or what is happening with the verb. So in this example, you can see eat plus the plus slowly, 吃得慢, eating slowly or eats slowly. You have lots of options with that. Eats fast, lots of different ways you could describe the verb. So to remember how to do it, you've basically got to remember this. Verb plus the plus a verb or adjective, okay? So here are some examples. 我妹妹吃得很慢. My little sister eats very slowly or eats slowly. 吃的 the verb, 很慢 adjective. 你中文说得很好. So what happens here is your Chinese is spoken very well. So 你 for you, 中文 Chinese 说的 speaks 很好. You can see in both of these examples I've used an intensifier, which means very. And usually when you are doing or creating a sentence about someone's ability in something, you will use an intensifier there. So 你中文说得很好. If you want to say you speak very fast, you speak Chinese very fast, you could say 你中文说得很快. Or if you speak really slowly, 你中文说得很慢. So, there are some exercises that you now need to complete. The first one is 爷爷走路 and 慢. So the grandfather walks, and the word 慢 in the sentence is what the verb is going to be, or the adjective, the describing word. So what you need to do is you need to include the the in the sentence. So here is the example. 爷爷走路走得很慢. You've taken the 走 from 走路. 走路 means to walk on the street, which it really means walk. But the actual verb in this sentence, the activity verb is 走 here. So you use that in front of the 的. So 爷爷走路走得很慢. He walks slowly. A second example, 张明开车. So Zhang Ming drives the car, and then the verb or the adjective you've got to use is 快. So 张明开车开得很快. Zhang Ming drives the car very fast. So here you can see 开 is to drive, 开得很快. 我弟弟写字. My little brother writes characters. 好看 is good, looking, handsome, well, looks good. So you can say 我弟弟鞋子写得好看。Final example. 她打篮球 She plays basketball 很好 She plays basketball very well. So we'd have to say 她打篮球打得很好 So you say the 篮球 and then the 打的 the playing of it very well.